Oh my gosh, you're back. I missed you.
I missed you
Kehlani.
too. Hey.
Listen, so I saw that you basically shut the entire Bay Area down. All your album release parties, Rasputin, Amoeba.
Low key.
Listen, high key. Oh my gosh, so this is it. It's official. It's here. And we are obsessed with it. Get Like has been on repeat, thanks to Katrina B. And, well, you know, we've been such fans of yours, Kehlani. So good to see you grow. And
Thank you.
Sweet, sexy savage.
Hey.
She has arrived. Hey, man, how you feeling?
I feel awesome. I'm a little sick, but I'm always a little sick, I think, so we good.
I don't think I've ever heard your voice fully ever there, only
There
when
we
you
go.
sing, which is so funny to me.
I think that's how it works.
Yeah. So what's going on with you?
Nothing much, just, saying hi and visiting everybody. At the
Doing the
station,
runs.
doing the necessary, but I thoroughly enjoy it because you guys supported me from day one, especially
man.
you. So
Listen, Kehlani, you know what? It's so funny. First, I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
Right? And I think I get very possessive over you. And
You do?
Right? Because I see so many people now like, oh my God, she's this, she's that. And it's like, but this has been happening for years, really, when you really were sleeping on couches and doing hooks for whoever in the Bay. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I always get possessive because I'm like, really? Relax. You really weren't there. But just to see this and David here and, it's... I'm so happy for you. And you're holding it
Thank
down
you.
for the Bay. You haven't forgot where you came from.
thank you. I haven't, of course.
And I'm sure everybody back home's excited for you.
It's been so much fun. We just did a listening party there. I mean, a release
I
party.
saw you dancing and...
It was so hyphy. It was so hyphy. It was crazy. Everybody was going dumb. Like, it was hilarious. Like, my
Yeah.
mom was faded. It was great.
Hey, listen, Grandma's on the album.
You know what I mean? She's so turned. She's so turned on there.
Yes, I love this. This is such an amazing time for you.
Thank you.
So, any surprises? Any surprise fans of yours where you're just like, I had no idea that they even listened to my music, and I'm still honored that they even know who I am.
There's been a few. Lord posted a crazy tweet about me and actually slid in my DMs to tell me how much she enjoyed it and said that that there's nobody new that interests her besides me. And that was just a huge compliment because Lord was not only had a great hit, you know what I mean, but
Right.
is an artist. Like, she's a creative and she's a young creative, so she has her eye and ear in these things. T.I. posted me, Twista posted me. It was just like, I don't think I've ever touched that realm, you know what I mean, of just like real hip hop
Right.
people like appreciating what I'm doing. And then my favorite is all the people that didn't like me before this album.
Yeah.
I've seen a bunch of like, I didn't even like Kehlani, but this album is so fire. Now I like Kehlani. I'm like, you know what? That's so sick. That just proves growth. And that just, proves what can happen with time and working and things like that. So.
What's the one song on here that if you had to get rid of everything else, which I know is hard because it's your baby, but the one song that you're like, I can never get rid of it. This is the one that speaks about my soul, to my soul, and I just want this to live on forever. Which is that song?
I think Peace of Mind. I think either Peace of Mind or Thank You, because those are very Kehlani records. They're very like typically inspirational. Me, I'm very like thank you all the time, like things like that. So those are special. As far as like the turn up ones, Get Like is definitely my favorite.
Of course. But I think it's so great to see you in this space. Kehlani, I feel for so many fans and so many people who've seen you go through hard times, right?
Definitely.
And again, it's always this possessiveness that I have with you. I'm always worried about you, but you look great. You're happy.
Thank you.
You have an amazing album that everyone's been talking about. Critics that usually are very hard and whatnot, and who cares about critics? But nonetheless, there's so much love for your album.
I'm so excited about it.
Do you feel like everything you've gone through is paying off?
Definitely. I mean, I think it paid off in a bigger and more important way than just making sure I had a great album. It changed my life for the better. You know what I mean? It made me a more aware person. It made me a smarter person. It made me a more grateful person. It made me, I don't know, it helped me in that area. It also taught me a lot about people and what I deserve and what I should accept from people and things like that. So I think all of that it helped me in a bigger way than just making a cool album. So,
and I think that's important, and I really hope people understand that, because it was not easy to see you going through that hard time. You know, it was public relationships and breakups, and to see you go through that, it hurt, right? Because we want you healthy and happy. Do you feel that the internet is too hard on people after going through what you went through, and young girls who look up to you that might be going through a hard time? You know, how do they cope with that?
I think the internet definitely is too harsh and too crazy, and we now don't have that line anymore that can't be crossed. Like, there's nothing that can't be joked about. Like, literally nothing. Everything from death to animal cruelty to domestic violence to, you know, there's literally to genocide. People have been making memes and jokes, or like about this Muslim ban thing too. People have been making jokes and memes. Like, I don't know where people find the humor or have the time to find the humor or the heart to find the humor. There's no humor to find, quite frankly. And I think as far as little girls who had to watch that, and I guess what I could say to them about coping is just that it's all about you. You know what I mean? Like, in a situation like that, it can feel like everything is very loud and like there's just so much going on, and that you just need to be quiet and you need a second to like focus on yourself, but you need to just focus on yourself initially. You know what I mean? Like, eliminate that noise from the beginning and just know that as long as you're happy and that you're okay and that you're good, nothing else matters.
It's so great to hear that from you, because
Thank you.
I mean,
you've been there this whole time.
Yes.
Yeah.
And and it's very hard because I do my best as a friend, and then also this is my job, but you know, certain things we keep private, right?
Yeah.
But to see you be strong after that situation, because you didn't do any interviews, you took a real nice break and you focused on music, and to see you sitting here being strong and saying, hey, you're gonna get through it, and get rid of the loud noise and just focus on you is so important, especially times right now. I mean, being that you're mixed with background and seeing everything that's going on in the country, having Native American in you, and being vocal about, you know, not wanting to see the pipeline being built and destroy Earth and the water. Do you feel that people go after you when you speak up for the good in humanity? You want to see humanity do well. Do you feel like people come and attack you for this, being in the position that you're in?
I think it's funny that they attack all of us for speaking up for things like that, and then they attack us for speaking on certain things that pertain to us more and not speaking up for all kinds of things. And I don't know, it's funny, like I get some people being like, you're my favorite because you speak up so much, and then I get some people saying, girl, shut up and just put your music out. Like, stop.
Doesn't that bother you though? I just think it's so like, hey, dance for me, entertain me. It's very belittling, and I don't think people understand how disgusting that is to talk to somebody like that. Mind you, artists, actors, anybody in the creative world, you guys are activists in your own way.
Exactly.
So to say that is almost like, hey, you don't want me to make my art? You don't want me to speak my art?
It's our responsibility. It's why would we be given such a position of power when we're really given a pedestal for people to look at us and we're not supposed to use it? You know what I mean? And we're not supposed to speak up. Was he not supposed to kneel during the national anthem when everybody was looking at him? You know what I mean? That was the perfect place to do it. Not to get up and talk about it on Twitter so many times or talk about it in the bar with his homies, because what's that going to do? I'm glad he did what he did. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm glad people were at the Women's March on stage leading people. I'm glad people are posting, and, you know, even the Uber thing, it was like I was seeing celebrities being like, yeah, this is how you delete your Uber account and this is how you do this. You know what I mean? Things like that.
Today.
So I think that it's a great thing that everybody is, you know, speaking out a lot more, and I definitely will continue to speak out about things that matter, especially the Dakota pipeline.
Absolutely.
And we need to get a grip on that.
Isn't it crazy? isn't it? I feel like 2017, here we are, and it writes that I thought that we've already come to, that we've all agreed is the right thing, is just now in question. It's
And
just,
not even that we all agreed is the right thing, but things that are just fundamentally human rights. Like everybody should drink water. Like everybody should have access to drinking water.
Yeah.
Like everyone should be able to take a shower. Everyone should be able to not worry about if their kids are going to get some crazy disorder or disease from drinking water. Like it's insane. And then things that are unconstitutional, things that our country literally was founded, agreed upon, are being
it's crazy.
taken back. Like people not allowed here because of who they worship and who they believe in, when we've all been a melting pot of religions for years, for forever.
The foundation.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't know, it's completely ridiculous and disheartening, but we just need to stay together, and we need to stay hopeful, and we need to stay resilient, and we need to stay proud, and we need to keep fighting, and we need to not be silent, because it's not the time to be silent. It's not the time to back down at all. So.
Yes. And I love this. I love seeing you. You know, it's one thing we talk about how great your album is and the music, and for a lot of us who've known how great you are, it was just only a matter of time, right? But to also see you being able to speak and be the voice of so many people that don't have this platform. You have an amazing platform, right?
Yeah,
I mean, I remember you getting off Twitter, getting rid of Instagram, coming back. What made you want to come back to social media?
Because honestly, and I'm going to quote Keke Palmer on this, because I'll never forget, my manager actually saw her say this at the Revolt conference and then told me, and it just stuck with me forever. And she said the biggest difference that it made in life was stop focusing on those who don't love, appreciate, and need you, and focus on those who do, and your entire world will change.
Yes.
And what I realized at that point was like, cool, the people that don't like me or don't need me will never like me or never need me, probably until it's something that maybe benefits them that isn't me. But there are so many little girls who, when I meet them, break down crying to me and are like, I'm so thankful that I heard your music, or I'm so thankful that I found you and I needed this. Thank you for making music. And those are the people that I do it for. Those are the people that I came back on Instagram for. Those are the people that I keep speaking to. And those are people that I'm always going to do it for, and nobody else.
And I love that. And I'm so glad you came back. It was like such a tough time for me because I understood the break. At the same time, I was upset that people were giving you a hard time for how you felt during that. Do you know what I mean? It was like, yo, she's going through a hard time. She is an example of what so many of us women go through. And now it's too much.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, you're doing too much. You're showing too much. It's a no-win situation.
Yeah.
You show how you really feel. Oh, it's too much. She shouldn't have posted that picture. She's doing too much. You don't show anything. Oh, you fake. You're not showing how you feel.
Exactly.
It's
always,
insane.
and it's always been like that, and it's always going to be like that, and it's only getting crazier because social media is getting so crazy. And I've just learned that I cannot trip off of those who don't understand me, and I can't continuously try to change who I am because of the people that don't receive me correctly, because there are many more people who receive me correctly and understand me and feel me and know that everything I do is genuine and know that I wouldn't be wilding for no reason. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You know me.
Yes.
So people who don't, they don't. They've probably seen a picture once in passing and did she got too many tattoos. She probably ratchet. I get people that see one picture of me and go, I would never listen to her music because she ratchet and she probably got like 5 kids that don't know the daddies, and she looked like she dropped out of high school and and she looked like she stink. I get all of those. You know what I mean? They've never even heard me talk. They've never even heard my music. They won't even press play on a song because of what I look like. So I can't even expect those people to understand my mentality, to understand my spirit, to understand my soul, if they can't even get past what I look like. So forget those people.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, you also said that you were trying to have how many kids by 25?
1 billion. No, not 1 billion.
And listen, you got none.
Changed my mind. Yeah. 25.
Why change your mind?
25 is because I want to be with someone for a very long time before we just have a kid. And I'm already 21, and that means I would have to get with someone right now and then be with them all the way till I'm 25 and then have a kid. And even then, that's not long enough for me to feel like I want to be attached to someone for the rest of my life and raise another human with them. And I've only been with them for 4 years. So, I stopped putting an age on the time I want to have kids, but I would like to have kids in my 20s.
I like that.
Yeah.
I think you're going to be a great mom.
I think so too.
You're very nurturing, very loving, very understanding.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? I think you're gonna do great.
I'm gonna love them. They're gonna be hella cool and swaggy, just like me, and funny and ridiculous.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you have a boo right now?
Mm-mm.
So you're single.
Yeah, I'm super chilling.
This is such a great time for you.
It's awesome. And I just, it's not something that I want to ever focus on. Like I had a bad habit of letting the people I was with become my entire universe. You know what I mean? And I think it was even apparent in my music in my first 2 mixtapes. And even in a lot of the music on, the beginning of that was a lot of the music that I made early in the Sweet Sexy Savage, I was in a relationship. So a lot of it was like just pleading and do you understand this? And it was writing directly to these people all through my entire discography damn near.
Yeah.
And then I went through a situation that really made me just focus on me and learn to love myself. And I can honestly say for the first time in my entire life, I really love myself. And I really rock with myself. And it's not like a false projection to get me to like it. I genuinely do. So
go, Kehlani, go. How did you feel when your ex talked about you, Party Next Door, and he talked about like he felt bad for everything? You love yourself.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares?
Does it give you closure?
I don't think I will ever need him to validate anything to give me closure because I had to find and search for that myself, and I did. And
you're so powerful right now.
Yeah, I found it myself, and I don't. Who cares what's going on over there at all?
But I must say, you know how to maneuver with relationships because I remember when we talked, you're like, yeah, it's all good. Like, those situations, and you got love for everybody. And I think that shows maturity and growth. Yeah. And that takes so much. And I love that you found love within yourself.
Yeah, I mean, anybody I think we've ever loved at any point, we had a reason to love them.
Absolutely.
And we can't forget, even if it turned out to be bad or exposed them being a bad person or anything, there was something that we loved about them. So you can't hate them completely, I guess.
And you make great music, man. Listen, let's be real about this.